Alright. Hello everybody. Welcome back to my channel. I am Crybaby Pumpkabun, or Lulu, and welcome back to the 100 Line Last Defense Academy. Last time, everyone got not really reunited, but united. We got both the second to last Defense Academy and the last Defense Academy grouped together. They defended the school together, and now we're all about to eat now that we have food again. The only other important thing I can think of from last episode is I decided to give Kyoshika a southern accent, so enjoy, I guess. No one bothered with manners. We devoured it like wild animals. In a few short minutes, the plates we'd piled high with food had been picked clean. After days of starvation and the exertion of battle, the team from the main campus were hungrier than I'd ever seen them. Oh boy, I need that. I can feel the nutrients seeping into me. Why am I crying? Come on, body, I just got that sodium. I was starting to feel like I was never going to be full again. Glad we could be help with that. Maybe you'd like a nice massage session to follow. What was that first thing you said? You lost all your supplies in a fire, right? How awful. How moronic! We should have just let natural selection run its course. Lay off us, will ya? Well, you should be fine now. I took a quick inventory of what we brought over. There's plenty to last the rest of our term here, for all of us. All of us? You mean you're staying? Oh, right. I still haven't told you about that part. It all started when that storm hit, and then a pipe hit. I went on to recount my experiences of the last few days. I got separated from Gaku and Tsubasa during the storm and knocked out, only to be rescued by Nigao. He took me to second last Defense Academy, where I met Nozomi, Karara, Kyoshika, and Yugamu. Yugamu's name is the one I keep forgetting. While I was there, the enemy attacked and one of the commanders proved too much for us, but it turned out that school was only a decoy. After it self-destructed, the others had come with me so all 13 of us could defend Last Defense Academy together. So these guys are gonna live here with the rest of us from now on? Huh? That's right. Apparently they were always meant to join us eventually. Nice to meet you all. Let's work hard to keep this school safe. I don't know about that. I mean, we just met you guys. Enough of your effectual protest, Cabbage Breath. You should be honored to have an aristocrat like me amongst yourself. If the future of humanity wasn't at stake, I'd never even subject my eyes to your trashy appearances, except to point you out in a police lineup. You sure have a sense of humor, Miss Usuzuki. Criticizing our appearances, looking the way you do. Pure comedy gold. God, I did bad on that read, whatever. Are you gonna let them get away with that, Kyoshika? He's laughing at you, belittling your individuality. That insult was aimed at me? Prepare to face the judgment of the holy Jumanji sword, foul miscreant. Please, everyone, don't fight. We're supposed to be a team. Are you okay, Aito? We have so many new allies, new friends. My heart feels like it's going to burst. But perhaps we should wait until tomorrow before we start getting to know each other. I'm sure we're all tired from that battle. I'm good with that. Gonna be freaking sweet sleeping on a full stomach for a change. Then, shall we all meet up again tomorrow morning here in the cafeteria? I expect all the beds to be suitably clean and hygienic. If I see any stains I don't recognize, there'll be trouble. Yeah, whatever. It had been a long day. We decided that the best thing to do was to head back to our rooms and get some rest. Okay. We could have got this far in the last episode, but... Oh. Quite the view you got here. Those undying flames we've heard so much... Oh, the undying flames we've heard so much about? Yeah, I still have trouble believing any of this is real sometimes. By the way, I did a quick sweep of the rooftop. It looks like there's enough rooms for us all. If there's any doubt our team was always supposed to join y'all here, that's pretty decent proof of it, right? I guess so. Yeah, you can see everyone, there was 5 extra, and there still probably is 1 extra. I'm not gonna go back there, because I don't think I can. Oh, I can. Yeah, there's still 1 unlabeled. Alright. Ooh. Alone in my own familiar room, I slumped down onto the bed. After the storm, the other academy, and the many battles of the last few days, it actually felt kind of nice to be back here. But this wasn't really where I wanted to be. I wanted my real room, the one back at home in the TRC. I'll survive and go home. I will. I have to. But would the real Karuha be there waiting for me, or was she already here? It's way too late in the day for me to start thinking about this stuff. I can wait till tomorrow. Tomorrow will be a new day. I allowed myself to relax and eventually fell asleep. Ding dong, ding dong. Day 30. Let's give it up for day 30.
Up and at 'em, troops! Time to rise and shine! As commanding officer responsible for the school and its students, I have an announcement to make. Get ready for your 30th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy! Down and dirty, it's day 30! And you know what that means?
New stuff?
I've unlocked some new classrooms to celebrate! Where did you get access to this time, you ask? On the first floor, it's the metal shop! And on the second floor, the biolab!
Okay.
As usual, you can ask me more about how they work in person. See you there!
Well, no we can't. New school facilities, huh? Well, that can wait. First, I have to meet up with everyone in the cafeteria. Oh, hi, Nozomi. Oh, good morning, Takumi. Yeah, good morning. I still can't make myself believe that Nozomi and Karuha are different people. They're just too alike. I have to go. I'll see you later. If she were Karuha, I can't imagine why she'd act so cold towards me. Maybe the fact that I get so awkward around Nozomi is why she's putting distance between us. I can't help it though. Being around her is so confusing. The carriage that conveyed us here is now stationed in the parking lot on the first floor. It's a wonder the horses pulling it were able to go so fast. And all without ever being seen. We should bring some hay and water later. Does she seriously not know how a bus works? I'm just like headcanoning her as having grown up on a farm and like never actually seen a sword or like a vehicle before and is actually just excited to I'm just headcaning her as like grew up on a farm, found a manga once found Bleach actually, and then just fell in love with the idea of swords and just like has been emulating it ever since. We're on the second floor. Oh, we can't go into there yet. Okay, so we just have to go to cafeteria. Oh, my bad. I can read. Strange room. Game. Cafeteria? Garage. Entrance hall. Metal shop. God, where is this? Cafeteria. Found it. Alright, it looks like everyone's here. Still feels weird having so many people around all of a sudden.
Let's all kill a game and sit out to hurt a little.
Whoa, whoa, don't be so casual about it. Taking life is a serious matter. If you're gonna kill someone, you gotta take your time with it. Really make it mean something for both of you, you know? Those two get along, I hope. Was that supposed to be inspiring? There being more of us could be a good thing, though. The more allies we have, the better we can defend the school. Allies, huh? Anyway, I took a good look around the school already. It's basically identical to ours, just like Nigao said. Apart from that huge wall of fire outside, of course. So those are the infamous Undying Flames. The sight of them fair sets my teeth on edge. You told us a little about them on the bus on the way here, but maybe we could get a proper explanation now? What exactly are those flames, Takumi? Well, we don't know. Are people gonna be boring? Oh, I'm sorry. I must be such an eyesore. I'll go stand in the corner and try to attract as little attention as possible. This is way too many characters to keep track of. Let's hold a killing game and thin out the herd a little. That is one of the benefits of the Danganronpa games. I have nothing to say to you, peasant. Tell Nozomi what she wants to know. Alright. All we can tell you about the flames is what Sirei told us when we first got here.
Those flames, which encircle this entire school, by the way, just keep on burning. They never go out.
Never?
That's what I said.
I did say that, right? I did say that, right? Let me check my notes real fast.
They don't need fuel, and they can't be extinguished. They'll keep burning on for all eternity. Hence, the Undying Flames.
So we have 13 students here right now. 14 is Hiruko, who died. 15 is Moko, who's missing and or dead. 16, because there has to be 16. I'm sorry. I know I'm metagaming this a little bit, but it's Kodaka. There's 16 students. I wonder if the student hidden in the defense room is, or if there's a student hidden in the defense room whose Hemo-Anima ability is the Wall of Flames. What, her voice, right? Fire that never goes out. It sounds like something out of a fairy tale. I never have believed it if I hadn't seen it with my own eyes. Heck, I'm still having trouble getting my brain to accept it. Perhaps it is an advanced form of ninjutsu. Which chakra element does one combine for such transformation? Oh, I said Bleach. No, she definitely read Naruto. Actually, she probably read both. These flames are there to help keep the invaders away from Last Defense Academy, right? If that's true, they must be a part of the defense system. They're probably being generated somewhere on the school grounds. Yeah, maybe. To tell you the truth, we don't really understand how it works either. You got them burning outside your defense room, too. That's gotta be to protect whatever's in there, right? We think so. I tried dousing those ones with a fire extinguisher before, but they sprang up pretty much right away. It's gonna take a lot more than that to get inside. This really brings home how many questions are still unanswered. Sirei said he explained everything, but then he disappeared. And you couldn't convince him to tell you sooner? You truly are useless. So sorry. Hey, that wasn't our fault. Your defenses are a lot beefier than ours. I guess that settles it. This school is the real deal, alright. Yes, it's just like Nico said.
Second to last Defense Academy is, well, it's a decoy. Intended to distract the enemy and make them waste their time and resources. There's nothing important here. Humanity's future depends not on the contents of our defense room, but on what's inside the one at the true Last Defense Academy.
Verily. 'Twas a shock to learn we'd been risking our life to protect a mere decoy.
A shock? It was downright infuriating. The B team is no place for someone of my social standing.
It's not as if the work we did there wasn't important. The invaders took the bait and sent troops to the decoy after all. All those attacks we fought off stopped them from focusing their entire fighting force on this school.
I still say Nikao could have told us that from the beginning.
A lot of the information relating to this war is classified. Maybe he didn't have permission. Even Nico couldn't defy orders from above. He told us that much himself. Orders from above? Sierra mentioned higher-ups too. Who's really controlling this war? But now that the Decoy Academy's gone, that means the attacks on this one are gonna get a whole lot worse, right?
Pretty much. They don't gotta decide who to send where anymore. We're all there is.
And there's still like 70 days to go. Oh man, what rotten luck.
I don't know if I can hold out that long. What's the worst that could happen? Dying? If it's gonna happen anyways, maybe we should get started now. You know, get busy living or get busy dying.
You're all so adorable, the way you freak out over every little thing. The enemy attacks may get worse, but there's more of us too. If we can learn to fight as a team, then... Why fight at all? Why don't we just run? Huh? If we use the school bus you came in on, we can cover a lot more ground than on foot. We might even be able to drive all the way back to the complex. You're babbling, sir. Oh god, that's not her voice. You're babbling, sir. A warrior... God, why can I not all of a sudden do this? You're babbling, sir. A warrior does not desert their post while the enemy still draws breath, nor does a woman.
Even supposing the bus driver could cover... Even supposing the bus could cover that kind of distance, none of us even know how to get to the Tokyo residential complex from here.
And besides, the future of humanity is at stake here. If we don't defeat the invaders, the whole world is done for. Don't tell me you actually believe all that future of humanity stuff. There's a good chance it's all just a story made up to motivate us, you know?
Naturally, we considered that possibility. It was one of the first things we discussed.
In the end, we decided if there was a chance of it being true, there had no choice but to see our resolve and do our part for these 100 days. Who knows, Oimi was very persuasive. The way she got us fired up, we couldn't help but get on board with it. I really didn't do anything special. But how can you be so sure? Do you have any grounds or evidence to prove it's true? You got any grounds or evidence for thinking it's not? I guess not. If Sierra had been able to tell you more about what's going on, you'd be sure of it too. I think that's the main difference between our two groups and why our attitudes are so different. Once Nico told us about world death, we knew we couldn't just stand by and let it happen. World death? Yes, indeed. Humanity's future prospects without this particular asset would be grim, to say the least. It is, after all... Oh god, I'm switching... I think I'm messing up her accent. It is, after all, the key to overcoming world death and ensuring a chance for future generations to thrive. Yep, that's definitely not the accent. Give me a second. I can do this. It is, after all, the key to overcoming world death and ensuring a chance for future generations to thrive. Wait, world death? What's that? A new prominent term to deal with? This is gonna overload my excess-sized brain. Oh, it's all starting to make sense now. You never even got that far, huh? No wonder you're still going back and forth on whether it's all true then. You best prepare yourself for a shock. Oh, what do you mean? According to the information Nikao shared with us, World Death was the catalyst for this entire war.
That's the thing that started it all.
More than that, it's also the reason humanity is now confined to the Tokyo residential complex. World Death has decimated the human population and forced the survivors to take shelter underground.
Decimated the population? It's that bad?
Enough with the dramatic build-up. Just tell us what this World Death thing is.
Quiet, Bee-Brain. The adults are talking. If we tell you, we don't want any of that, hey, is this really true? What if it's all made up stuff? Do you really think you can hold on to a single thought without blowing a fuse?
Come on, make with the explanations already.
That's no way to talk to someone who's about to impart wisdom. Didn't anyone ever teach you any manners, you inbred little street urchin?
What, and your manners are any better, you foul-mouthed rich girl?
Shut up! Honestly, having to listen to your complaints is making my skin crawl. Spend too much time talking and you won't be ready when the enemy attacks. And if you don't fight the enemy when they attack, you die. Is that so hard to understand? So why do you insist on picking apart everything we say? I've stepped in things that would have made better soldiers than you.
She's right. Even ABC gum still has some flavor. It's more resilient than me, too.
Can you really blame us for asking questions after getting dragged into this crazy war out of nowhere?
That's where you're wrong. We weren't dragged into this. We were chosen as mankind's last hope. Mankind's last hope? Yes, we were chosen to represent humanity in this war, to shoulder the hopes and futures of everyone back home. We are the only ones that can stop our entire species from being wiped out. We don't have a choice in this. We have to fight. And you believe that too? Are you sure you haven't just been brainwashed to think it's true? Again, you make a joke of our resolve. You won't be laughing when my blade has its way with you.
But what about World Death? You're just gonna keep throwing that name around like it means something, or are you actually gonna start explaining things?
You know what? I'm not telling you a thing. Go shove it up a tailpipe of your car that you can't afford to insure because you're poor.
Ow? Huh?
I can't work with a bunch of impatient, ineffectual, dull-witted morons like you. There's no point in us telling you anymore.
Kurara, don't be like that.
There's no need for us to get involved with these chumps, Nozomi. We can win this war on our own just fine. I can't believe we wasted our food on you peasants. We'd have been better off letting you shrivel up and using you as invader bait.
Oh, you act like a big shot. But this is our school, you know. We were here first.
Yeah, we opened up this place to you after yours went kaput. If it weren't for us, you'd have nowhere to go right now.
We could say the same for you. You and the school would have been toast if we hadn't helped out in that battle yesterday.
Don't get smart with me, pretty boy. I'll murderize you.
Ouch, don't mangle murder like that. That word deserves to be treated with respect.
It's no surprise these peasants can't speak properly. They don't show the slightest sign that they've taken anything on board. Poverty must have dulled their wits to the point they can't even hold a conversation.
Well, excuse the heck out of me. I'd rather be poor than an absolutely rotten human being.
Seriously, what's the big idea showing up out of nowhere and acting like you've got the right to boss us around?
You've made it obvious you lack the experience and expertise to defend the school on your own. It's only natural that we step in to superintend.
You know what would help relieve some of this tension? A killing game!
Yeah, let's do it. Thin out some of the numbers so I don't have to do 16 voices anymore.
Oh, if you want to try to escape, be my guest. I'm gonna come after you, though. The thrill of the chase. I wonder how far you'd get if I amputated your legs first.
Watch it, man. I may not hit girls, but I won't hold back against another guy.
Killing game? Anyone? Just one murder. That's all I ask.
You really want your killing game, and I get it. Maybe we'll have to play Danganronpa after this. That's enough. You all need to calm down. Takumi's right. We won't get anywhere if we don't work together.
Wake up and smell the roofies, Nozomi. That Dreadnought class deadbeat's as bad as the rest of them. The moment your back is turned, he'll spike your drink and take you back to his room and have his way with you.
I'd never do anything like that. I really wouldn't. You know that, right? Please, everybody. We shouldn't be fighting amongst ourselves. Why can't we be friends? Friends with these guys? Don't make me laugh. Befriending these cosplay convention rejects certainly is asking a lot from normal people like us. You are not normal, Ima. How dare you, sir? I'll not let that assault slide. Choose your fate. Face the judgment of the holy Jumanji sword or repent and die by your own hand. I demand satisfaction.
Satisfaction, my ass. Ima may be a jerk, but he's our jerk.
Lift his head. I've had just about all I can stand of your loathsome visages. We're done here. Come on, Nozomi.
But... Yeah, get lost. See if we care. If I never see your dumb face again, it'll be too soon. Alright, trying to press this issue now will only make things worse. It'd be nice if we could talk more tomorrow, though. The team from the second campus left with their heads held high. They were barely out the door before the others started venting their feelings.
What's with those guys? Are we really gonna have to spend the rest of the 100 days with people like that?
I agree, their attitude is positively sickening.
Like you're one to talk.
You brought back some interesting friends with you, Takumi.
So this is my fault? I know I've got no right to contribute to the discussion. But what do you think that world death they mentioned is? I'm really curious now. Don't sweat it. Don't even think about it. It's all mind games. They're just trying to get inside our heads.
Damn it. I still feel like I want to hit something. I think I'll go back to my room and cool off.
I guess I'll do that too. No killing game then? Oh, maybe next time.
Takumaru, Gaku, and Tsubasa left the room. I didn't have the heart to stop them. The tension was dangerously close to the breaking point. Well, that could have gone better. I never expected everyone would turn on each other like this. Same here, it's not going to be easy getting them to work together. If Sirei or Hiroko was here, they'd know what to do. But it's no use wishing things were different. We need to think of a way to solve this problem on our own. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I need some time alone to think. Some time alone with free time? Aito and I parted ways and I headed back to my room. After that disaster of a meeting, it's hard to imagine ever reconciling the two groups. There's got to be some way. Maybe we just need more time. Come to think of it, some new rooms were unlocked today, weren't they? I think I'll go take a look at them. I could use something to take my mind off all this. It's the metal shop on the first floor, and the biolab on the second. Right. Okay. Weird fact that, you know, you guys might have been able to tell from my voice acting. I struggle sometimes with certain Southern accents and English accents because a Southern accent is actually phonetically kind of similar to an English accent. And it's very easy for me to switch between talking like this and talking like this because it's very, very similar. This is why they say that Shakespeare sounds good with a Southern accent, actually. At least the stuff that he has written for the lower, like with the commoner class speaking, because the commoner class language is very similar to how the Southerners speak in America. So this is the biolab. Looks less like a classroom and more like something out of a horror movie. What are you laughing about? I can't help it. I mean, just look at this equipment. It's hot with a capital H. Now this room's open.
We can whip up a whole host of medical supplements whenever we need them. I'm almost afraid to ask, but what kind of supplements are we talking about? Mostly stuff that'll give our hemoanima a temporary boost. We can use them to augment our regular physical abilities too. Higo did say that there were facilities like this tucked away in dark corners of the school. It's pretty sweet I finally get to see one. I guess second to last Defense Academy had a lab like this too, but it never got unlocked for us. Enhanced development has been unlocked. You can access it during your free time. That does sound like it would be useful, but is it ethical? We're basically using performance-enhancing drugs, right? Yeah, okay, to save humanity, I think you can break the rules of doping. Oh, you're worried about a little morality or a little thing like that? You're such a Boy Scout, Takumi. With everything in this lab, we have the potential to go much, much further. A lot of the stuff was developed as a result of illegal experimentations on human subjects. For most people, no amount of knowledge is worth that kind of atrocity. No, the research is all ours. The fiendish, the outlandish, the downright unpleasant. It's all right here at our fingertips. And what can we use it for? For a start, we could probably make some killer modifications to ourselves, just like my family did to me. Wait, you mean like the way your arm stretches? You know it's always been my dream to mod someone else's body. I'll be gentle. And make sure any changes I made were tasteful. Say, Takumi, you feel like discarding your humanity and becoming something more?
Hey!
Absolutely not. I am not interested in that. Let me know if you change your mind. In the meantime, I'll just make do with my fantasies. Another room designed to make the battle freak stronger. There's nothing for the two of us here.
You all look so cool out on the battlefield. I wish I could be like that too, but my dear brother won't let me do anything dangerous.
Man, this room's seriously creepy. Don't think I'll be spending too much time in here. Was kind of hoping Hiroko would turn up in one of the new classrooms, but there's no sign of her either. What could have happened to her? I know, right? I still believe she'd run off and leave us on our own. She ain't like that. We can make medical enhancements here. I should try it out next time. Okay, I can't try it out now. I wish I could at least like look at the tutorial for it. Oh well. To the metal shop where I'll probably get stuff where I can make like the defenses that I don't use. I try to make sure I use each mechanic once when I get it, just if for no other reason than I want to understand how it works before I have a situation where I need to use it and don't know how it works. This isn't quite what I expected from a metal shop classroom. It's more like something you'd find on a military base. Those are really big shells. There are all kind of deadly looking weapons lined up, and the air's thick with the smell of metal shavings and gunpowder. Oh, and she's here too. I only wish we had a magic circle to contain you, Sir Takumi. Then I could easily cut you down the moment you try anything indecent. I don't think she's pretending to not know me. Karua could never have put on an act this convincing. Is she really not Karua? Or maybe she lost her memory?
Look out, Noizumi! That pervert's waiting for the chance to pounce on you and lap up your saliva.
Ah, so he's like the yokai Yamachichi that steals his victims' laugh force by sucking in their breath, except for with saliva. The holy Jumanji sword now will strike him down. I keep telling you, I would never do anything like that. Darn it, she's more cautious of me than ever now. At this rate, I'll never get to talk to her. What am I supposed to do here?
The way the air smells here really puts me at ease.
Seriously, you like this with all the metal and gunpowder and everything?
I know, it's not exactly the aroma one would associate with a sophisticated lady like myself. But the Uzusuki actually rose to prominence thanks to our involvement with weapons development. I'm basically Tony Stark.
Weapons development? Like guns and stuff?
In the beginning, our family's name was just Suzuki. We were small-time arms engineers and gun runners. We grew the business little by little from there, expanding until it encompassed all aspects of life in the Tokyo residential complex. And that gave us the necessary prestige to evolve from Suzuki to Uzuzuki. And the rest is history.
Is that how names get changed?
Workshops like this are just as integral to my family's identity as the swanky mansions where we live today. This industrial atmosphere is baked right into my DNA. Being here is like returning to my natural habitat.
Okay, I guess that makes sense. She's kind of like Tsubasa, apparently.
It seems only fitting that this should be the place where I write a new chapter in our family's illustrious history. I'll create weapons like which the world has never seen and eradicate those pesky invaders once and for all.
Before our my feet others flee, great and powerful Suzuki!
Okay. Trap development.
The invaders will rue the day they cross into Uzuzuki.
Man, I'm glad she's on our side. She is on our side, right? Right?
Maybe you should tell that to the friends of yours too. Getting on my bad side is not a good idea. If they all commit seppuku 3 times in quick succession, I might forgive them their insolence.
Again with the ritual suicide demands. I'm still not sure how doing it more than once is supposed to work. Revive-o-matic? Alright, I visited both the new rooms that were unlocked today. Guess I'll go back to my room and decide what to do next. All I'm going to do next is go back to those rooms and actually try them. Phew. Between all the arguing and exploration, today's really taking it out of me. Is there anything I can do to get everyone to see eye to eye? Or are their attitudes towards fighting just too different?
We representing all of humanity in this war. They chose us above all others to defend the world from invaders. We're the only ones who can do this, so it's only natural we give it our all. Mankind's future is in our hands. It's our responsibility.
I never thought of this as a responsibility. Fighting was just a means to an end, a way for me to get home. Would I feel differently if I knew about world death? Was I ever going to find out what this war was all about? Ding dong. Huh, someone's at the door. Could it be her? I think there's a good chance. I felt a flutter of anticipation. Those are called palpitations, by the way. I learned this a couple years ago because I have way too many of them. My hands trembling, I pulled open the door to reveal...
Aito! Good evening, Takumi. You still have time to talk?
Oh, it's you, Aito.
Were you expecting someone else? Sorry to disappoint you.
No, it's not like that. What's up?
Nothing in particular. I just thought it would be nice to chat a little. I never got a chance to tell you how happy I am to see you again. I was out of my mind with worry the whole time you were gone.
He is so gay for you right now, Takumi. If you haven't figured that out, like, he wants you. Oh, really?
I thought maybe you disappeared like Hiroko. We went 5 whole days without any contact from you after all.
Sorry, I wasn't exactly in a position to get in touch.
What happened to you during that storm? How did you get separated from the group?
I'm not really sure. All I remember is that I passed out and woke up with an aching head. By then I was already on my own, somewhere miles away from here. After that, Nigo found me and took me to the other school.
Perhaps you got sent flying by the storm?
It's possible, I guess. I can't think of anything else that it would explain it.
Well, you're okay now. That's the most important thing. But while we're on the subject of the other school, what's going on between you and that Nozumi girl?
Huh?
When you were around her, you're different. Almost like she's special to you? But you seem troubled as well. What's wrong? I'd like to help if I can. Although, if it's something romantic, bear in mind I don't have any experience in that area. Oh, was that really it?
No, not exactly. It's kind of weird, to be honest. You might not believe what I have to say, but will you still hear me out?
Of course.
Now that I've been given the go-ahead, it all came spilling out. I told Aito about Karua, my childhood friend I'd spent practically every day with back home before the war. That was the easy part. Then there was the matter of Nozomi and her uncanny likeness to Karuha. They were so alike that I couldn't accept that they were different people, no matter how much I tried. And as much as Nozomi looked and sounded like Karuha, she had no idea who I was. I told Aito all about this mystery and the theories I'd come up with, and how the whole thing was messing me up. You weren't kidding when you said it was weird. I thought maybe she had amnesia, but she's never mentioned hitting her head or having gaps in her memory or anything like that. Not that I've been able to talk to her long enough to ask about it. Come on, Aito. Say something. Oh, sorry. This whole thing reminds me of a sci-fi novel I read a little while back. Oh, what happened in it? The main character ends up in a place that's both familiar and different. A parallel universe. Parallel universes aren't just other worlds, or even the past or future. They're alternate realities taking place at the same time as our own. Alternate realities? It's a fairly common trope depending on the story. A parallel universe could be completely alien or eerily similar to the reality we know. In the book I'm thinking of, the main character travels to another universe. He finds that there's another version of himself there, another him, living his own slightly different life. You think that's the connection between Nozomi and Karuha? Like, they're alternate versions of each other? I know it sounds ridiculous, but humor me for a moment. It would explain a lot. It would mean Karuha and Nozomi are the same person, hence all the similarities, but at the same time they're different. They've lived completely different lives. That would account for Nozomi not knowing you, don't you think? I don't know, Aito. Maybe that's how the stuff works in sci-fi, but I'm having a hard time believing it could happen in real life. I suppose you're right. It is a little unrealistic, but the situation we're in is pretty far removed from what we used to consider reality. Perhaps my sense of what is or isn't realistic has gotten warped from all the strange things that have happened to us lately. He's right. If you told me a few weeks ago I'd be stabbing myself in the heart to give myself special powers and fight monsters, I wouldn't have believed that either. Sorry for putting forward such a bizarre idea. I haven't been much help, have I? No, that's not true. It actually really helped to get all this off my chest. And it's such a weird story. Most people wouldn't probably believe me. I couldn't have just told anyone about this. I'm honored, and I'll gladly hear you out if you want to keep talking about it. No matter how strange it is. You sure have been having some peculiar experiences. First the ghostly invader, and now this. Oh, right. I almost forgot about that thing. We still haven't figured out what it is. I haven't seen that invader since I got back, but the next time I do, I'm going to make sure he answers for what he's done. Don't take any unnecessary risks. You have no idea how dangerous he might be. I know. I'll be careful. Well then, I think I've taken up enough of your time. I should get going. Good night, Takumi. Sleep well. With that, Aito left, pausing at the door to give me one last gentle smile. Parallel universes. Alternate realities. Could any of it be true? It sounded so bizarre, but the more I think about it, the more it starts to make sense. Is that's what's going on here? Are Karuha and Nozomi alternate versions of the same person? The same, but different? Either way, I won't be able to put this issue to rest until I talk to her about it myself. Even after venting to Aito, the frustration I was feeling wouldn't go away, so I turned in for the day, and gradually fell into a light, fitful sleep. Day 31.
Up and Atom troops, time to rise and shine! Get ready for your 31st day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable to pave the way for humanity's future greatness. Be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy.
It's morning. Guess I'll go to the cafeteria as usual and just hope everyone's a little less prickly today. Yeah, I'm sorry, just like a bit. We saw, okay, so both Surei and Nigo died. But they both kind of died off screen. We haven't seen Nigo's body. We've found Serei's body, but we don't actually have confirmation that that's really him. It just looks like him. And now that we have confirmation that there's multiple other guys that look like him, there is a chance that it's not Serei. That Serei could still be alive. Sorry about that, I had to sneeze. It's springtime, I get really bad allergies. Alright, cafeteria. Ugh. Oh, it's just us today. Yeah, no sign of the second campus guys anywhere.
Just so you know, none of us picked a fight with them or told them not to come here. They just plain old no-shows.
Fine by me. Who wants to deal with those jerks first thing in the morning?
Everyone's turned so hostile lately. I'm loving it.
We can't go on like this forever. We're going to have to talk things out with them eventually. You saw how things went down yesterday, Mr. Outsky. Does it really seem they'll listen to our side of things? That doesn't mean we shouldn't try. Our conversation was interrupted by the sound of the door opening as someone new came into the room.
Oh.
Good morning.
It's you, huh? What are you doing here?
Hey!
Gaku, be nice. She can use the cafeteria if she wants.
Oh, did you come to betray your friends and join our side? One of us. One of us.
Cause she really is me, because I try out that all the time.
Is that it?
Sorry to disappoint, but no. There's something I wanted to discuss with you. Oh, well, what did you want to discuss, Nozomi?
Are you finally gonna tell us the whole story about the world death thing?
Sorry, I'd like to, but Kurara and the others are dead set against it. I know they can be difficult sometimes, but they're still my friends. I can't just go against their decision behind their backs. What do you want then? I was thinking it might be a good idea to set different times for us to use the cafeteria, at least for a while. If our two groups stay separated, we can reduce the chances of things escalating like they did yesterday. Yeah, I guess there's something in that. It shouldn't be too hard to organize. Our group has a training routine we go through every morning. We're going to keep that up here, so we won't need the cafeteria until later. Wow, so you drained this early? That's the kind of dedication I can only dream of. It's all for the good of humanity. We can't afford to lose this war. You sound like a walking recruitment poster. That's a lot of big talk for someone who can't even use Hemoanima. Gaku! There's always bound to be some friction when two groups with competing values come together. It's like when two video game companies merge. Sooner or later, one of their flagship series always ends up getting buried.
I feel sorry for the fans.
I'm gonna say that's Zero Escape in the Spike Chunsoft universe because, oh my god, everyone knows Danganronpa and not enough people know Zero Escape. Zero Escape is better. My opinion. Don't come at me, I love both. They're two of my favorite series. Don't come at me. Legitimately, this is the lowest. This is. You don't want to pick this fight because it does not matter. At any rate, I think it's best if we just keep our distance until we've all calmed down a little. That's all I wanted to say. I'll be going now. Oh, wait a minute. While you're here, I wanted to ask you. Sorry, the others are waiting for me. Nozomi brushed off my question, left without even sparing a passing glance at me.
That was fun, huh? It's like the management sent a liaison officer to tell us to get our butts in gear and start up the killing game.
That chick really hates your guts, huh, Takumi? So she turned you down, so what? She may be cute and everything, but who wants to go out with someone who's always talking about saving humanity and stuff? Yeah, if you wanted to do that, you could just go out with me, Takumi. I mean, what? That was supposed to be Aito if the voice didn't come across clearly.
Guys, don't be so insensitive. Takumi needs to be alone with his pain.
I'm not so sure that's the best approach either. Don't worry.
You get used to being hated pretty quick. That's something I learned early on in life from my parents.
Hey!
The breakfast that day was as tasteless as the atmosphere. Nozumi's doing all she can to avoid me. I'll never be able to talk to her at this rate. I shouldn't let this get me down. Not when there's so much else going on.
Huh?
Alright, what should I do today? I've got plenty of free time to fill up. Free time, free time. Metal Shop and Biolab have been unlocked. You can now develop traps and enhancements. These will help you give an advantage in battle, so you spend your free time wisely on developing these tools. Extinguisher level increased. Extinguisher level is increased. You can now go to new areas when you explore. The new materials you can obtain while exploring are unique to each area. For more details, check out the manual by the entrance hall. Okay, so there's a couple things I want to look at then, but we're not going to go exploring today unless those other activities don't take up time. We're also basically out of time for the episode. Don't think I haven't been paying attention. I just want to go check out. I want to try to get through this day, possibly. Okay, we have the defense. Okay, so we can do this, and we have everything we need to develop them. Well, okay, we got an achievement for developing a trap. Okay, we can develop some of these multiple times, even. Just clicking through these as fast as I can. Alright, so we got some basic upgrades, that's good. That doesn't use up much time. I did use up some of my resources, but again, until I actually understand what these resources, like, end up costing me in the end, like, I'm just going for everything I can. I'm just upgrading everything I can as best I can. Okay, these all require science, don't they? And I do not have science. That's the only thing I don't have. Okay. We can't even find the other students right now. Okay. So we're gonna go to the entrance hall. And read the manual. A resource map showing different areas outside the school grounds and materials that can be found in them. School outskirts, all types of materials can be found here, but are lower quality than in other areas. Beach area, machine parts can be found better. Forest, plant, cave, or coastal textile. Okay. I'm curious if we'll be able to, like, in the school outskirts, there were a bunch of things that were blocked off by flames, so I wonder if we'll be able to get through those now. But we are at... I was hoping to get through another day before calling it, but I think we're going to wait till next time and start off next time with an exploration. Thank you everybody for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you're all enjoying the story as much as I am. If you are, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. It really helps out with the channel, and I'm trying to grow the channel. I really am. So please go ahead and drop those things. Yeah, I will see everybody next time. Bye!